Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warship Blitz video. Today's video is the number 2 unique play in World of Warship. So this is the ship that really is different from any other ship, provides a unique experience. And today's ship, as you can see from the loading screen, is the Graf Spee, which is the Tier 6 heavy, very heavy cruiser pocket battleship from the German heavy pocket battleship, or a heavy cruiser. So this is unique in a lot of ways. This ship is very different. It's very interesting to play. I did struggle with it because I tried to use it like a cruiser, and well, it's a pocket battleship. So what it means is that it sort of gets it's a little bit tougher than your average cruiser. So the Nuremberg, for example, base and upgraded, well, let's go Le Gras, is 25,000. Nuremberg 17,000, probably gets up to 21. Graf Spee is 29,000 hit points. It has reasonable damage reduction of 10.5%, as opposed to the squishy 7.5% or 6% of other cruisers. So torpedo damage reduction the same. So it's a pretty tough ship. It's relatively quick. It's not super quick. It does 28 knots, so other cruisers can do over 30 knots at Tier 6. Pretty slow to accelerate at 15 seconds to full speed, but it's not atrocious. 6.2 degrees per second turning, so this ship does not have a lot of agility, but what it does is it has 6 huge guns, 2 turrets, and those are 183mm guns, so they're I think 11-inch is in Imperial. The 15-second reload, 12-kilometer range, which is phenomenal range, 15-second reload, which is pretty slow. But the main AP damage is 1150. They do 600-700 damage with a 7% fire chance, but at 1150 AP damage, it's German AP, that's what you want to be using. Now, the other little hidden trick that this ship has, which as a cruiser is also unique, I think absolutely unique as a cruiser, is that it has secondary guns. Well, actually no, I should say that there are cruisers with secondary guns, but it's unique in the fact that this is the only cruiser that I'm aware of that has secondary guns, main guns, and torpedoes. But let's go through the secondary guns, because the secondary guns are absolutely phenomenal. And you can see right there that the secondary guns reach out to an astounding 7.15 kilometers. Only 8.2 second reload. Okay, then that's a bit of a problem. There's only 6 of them, but they're 150mm, and this is only Tier 6. You can see the secondaries are just absolutely phenomenal. They they reach out all that distance. This thing, by the way, also comes with a sonar, so it's absolutely got all the business for a German ship. It's got the precise aiming system, which increases your gun accuracy for 20 seconds, and seeing as you've got a 15-second reload on the main gun, it actually means you don't need to upgrade the commander skills in order to get 2 shots out under the using the rapid reload. Now the torpedoes themselves are much better than your average German torpedo. They've got 5.62 kilometer range. I think that might be the historical camo talking as well. Pretty slow at 60 knots, but they reload in 48 seconds. You got 2 sets of 4 spreads and fantastic firing angles to rear. Not great firing angles to front. They look a little bit like a Zao. But absolutely phenomenal firing angles from the rear. So if you want to kite away, those torpedoes can do devastating damage. So this ship, I mean, its concealment is pretty crap. So, good luck with that. But, as a ship, it's just very unique. You've got a cruiser, sort of semi-cruiser agility, certainly better than battleship agility, relatively small size, hard-hitting, long-range guns with phenomenal secondaries and reasonable torpedoes to boot, plus a few ship skills like precise aiming, which is absolutely timed perfectly for the caliber of the guns, and sonar, so that if a destroyer gets within range, sure, your main battery may not be the best thing to engage them with, but the secondaries, the torpedoes, the sonar means that it makes pretty short work of if destroyers want to come in, they've got to know what they're doing, because there's a lot of tools in the kit bag for this ship. So it is a very unique play. What's the equivalent ship? I'm not sure really if there is one. Yeah, so that's why it makes it down to number 2. It's a very different ship to play. It can be a bit frustrating if you try and play it like the sort of normal run around and kite and sort of, dance in front of the opponent's cruiser, because it will take damage pretty readily from battleship shells, but it's pretty tough against cruiser shells. Yeah, it's just, yeah, what can I say? Apart from the fact, you see, look at the range that this thing is reaching out to. That's phenomenal, and it's, yeah, here we go. And off they go. Well, okay, not fantastic dispersion, but reasonable dispersion. And, yeah, just keep... It's got lots of options. I wouldn't see it as a ship that would be able to go out, strike out on its own. I think it might be a little bit vulnerable to, to someone who really knows what they're doing, but as sort of, fleet support, phenomenal. And, yeah, it can really hold its own. As you can see, some torpedoes coming in, have the sonar running, absolutely detected them totally miles out. Here's a carrier, 11-inch guns on the carrier, boom, straight through to the Citadel. What could be more fun than that? So we've got 1 minute and 4 seconds left in the game. I've extorted all the virtues of the ship. This poor guy's just standing here waiting to be shot. And, oh, well, okay. I'll oblige. Oh, he's trying to go in reverse now, is he? Yeah, so a lot to love about this ship. A few challenges. I must admit that I'm not a fan of what I call a triple arm mutants, where you get the main battery, a secondary battery, and torpedoes, because cycling through the torpedoes seems to reset your aim, and often to fire the torpedoes you have to drag the rest of your guns off aim. But the turret traverse on the ship isn't that bad. So it's not like the Tirpitz, where the extremely slow turret traverse, what happens is you aim the torpedoes and give them enough lead to hit, and then your turrets are off target, and you're spending valuable seconds trying to get your turrets back on target. Here the turrets traverse at a reasonable 8.64 degrees per second. Although I must admit that I've taken the Elite Skill, the Advanced Turret. So there you go. Number 2 of the absolutely unique ships to play, the Graf Spee. I've been meaning to do a video for the Graf Spee for some time, so I can tick that one off my list. Yeah, it's a very different experience. And if you're into such things, and it has a lot of history behind it, definitely worth thinking about. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.